I'm Jenna Edwards, and this is Scrapbook Rehab. Thanks for joining me today. You know, I've always felt really lucky because I grew up in a family where my parents were in show business. They met playing in a rock band. So I've always understood that there is more business to show business than show. And our next guest, Emily Grace, is brilliant at this. She has Emily Grace Productions, but the tagline is one of my favorites, and it's "Think like a producer, act for a living." Hi, Emily.
Hi, Jenna.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So explain to me what it means to live on your own terms, because that's something you talk a lot about in your workshops.
Yeah, so that's kind of my life philosophy. And then I went and built my company philosophy around that as well. And, you know, I think especially as actors, you go on such a road of rejection and you want that validation and you're kind of always waiting for permission to be as great as you know that you can be. And I just think that's a really tough thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, I'm into not waiting for permission. Live on your own terms, because the more fully you are being who your true self is, that's when people are drawn to you. That's when you do your best work as an actor, and that's when you're the happiest in your life.
And so tell me about your philosophy on making things happen. Do you have any specific tips you can give the audience in their own lives?
Yes.
I love it.
I have a saying, which is, don't wait for things to happen to you, make them happen for yourself. You know, so many of us look at our circumstances and go, oh no, I'm stuck in this circumstance and I can never change it until this thing outside of me changes. And, you know, one of the biggest things that I've learned through my own life and coaching and watching other actors go through the same struggle is make the decision first. If you want to do something, if you want something in your life, don't wait for the circumstance to change. You make the decision to do it.
I have
Hey,
the dog
Zoe.
here. She's visiting.
She agrees.
She totally does.
If you make the decision first, that's when all the circumstances start to change and line up for you.
Absolutely. That's what Scrapbook Rehab is. I know you know, but maybe our audience doesn't know. I created it because I needed a visual reminder of what my goals were. So
yep, exactly.
Absolutely, you have to set your goal and then be constantly reminded what that goal is and take a step every day to achieve it. So I love that. I love what you're about. What was your life like before you kind of came into all of this self-help? I always call myself a self-help dork.
I call myself a self-help slut.
Nice.
I don't know if I can say
You
that,
can say that.
but you know, I've done a lot of different programs.
It's important.
Yeah, so before I sort of got into this philosophy, make things happen to you, I was one of those people who was like waiting for things to change. And I just got to a point in my life where I finally realized it's not going to change until I change. And so once I really realized how much control I have about making my decisions and taking action, it's just helped me see possibility, whereas before everything felt so daunting. And you know, I think what my biggest transformation is just realizing if you really want to do something and you're committed to taking action over and over again, you can do it.
A lot of people get stuck in that overwhelmed feeling. And do you have any tips that will help them get unstuck so that they can take action? Is there anything
Yes.
specific that you, I know that you're big on exercises and stuff like that, so.
Yeah, so if you're feeling overwhelmed, there's a couple of things that you can do. One is to schedule it. You know, I think you can waste so much time thinking about all these things that you have to do, but if you just took that 30 minutes of worry and just took action, you would be much farther along. So schedule it in the calendar. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, even when you don't, even when you feel crappy, and get yourself accountability. So you're on the hook to have to take action.
Awesome. And what has your life become now that you... I know, you're so good.
It's margaritas on the beach every day. Yeah, my life now is, I like what I'm doing. I wake up in the morning and I like what I'm doing, and that's inspiring, that's motivating. You know, it's still hard work. I don't want to act like it's just easy, because it's not, but
it's fun when it's
you like doing the work.
Love to do.
Yeah, because the payoff is good.
Yeah, definitely. So what does your future hold?
Well,
I love it.
Emily Grace Productions, I've got a series of classes that I'm doing some speaking gigs and some guest blogging so I can get that in front of as many actors as
I know that's how we
possibly
met, because
can.
I love your
Yeah.
blog.
Oh, thank
I
you
love
so
it.
much.
It's one of the, I love it when it comes in my email box.
Yay.
So
Oh, I'm
to your
so glad to
audience,
say
please
that.
sign up for her blog. It's really cool, even if you're not an actor. It's just so motivational and wonderful. And you do workshops as well.
I do workshops, I do online classes, and I do private coaching.
Cool.
And the website is emilygrace.tv.
Great.
Like television. So I'm doing that, and then on the acting side, it's always trying to find a balance between entrepreneurship and acting. But I'm writing a series of spoof videos. I don't want to say too much about it, but it'll be in the world of coaching.
Great. Can they see those on your website?
Eventually, when they're done, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
and visiting me. I'm really excited, and thank you for tuning in to Scrapbook Rehab, and we'll see you next time.